One at a time, please, let's wait. One at a time, please, let's wait. And let's go this way. First of all, I think we should consider why Easter is celebrated 8 days. That's the first question. Then we look at the others. Why 8 days? You know that every year after Easter Sunday, the church, Christendom, celebrate 8 days. So the first Sunday of Easter, which is yesterday, till the second Sunday of Easter, which these days is called the Sunday of the Divine Mercy, or the Divine Mercy Sunday. So why 8 days? We have told you and explained with scripture and by the church fathers, especially with the letter of Barnabas. The letter of Barnabas, which dates to the early centuries, we stated that God was going to usher in a new creation. And what is this new creation? We have already explained to you that the celebration of Easter, the commemoration of the resurrection of Christ, symbolizes new life, the new creation. Two elements take our minds back to the creation, the first creation in Genesis. The first is darkness, and the second is sand or dust. So the reason why Easter is celebrated for the first 8 days is that it represents, it reminisces the first creation, which was a 6-day creation and the divine rest on the 7th day. So if Easter is the new creation, then it has to be celebrated within that same period. And I'm telling you, there are two elements. Cast our minds back to the first creation. In Genesis 1:1, we read that in the beginning there was complete chaos, darkness. Then God called light, let there be light. In the resurrection of Jesus, it was night. That's why we celebrate the Saturday vigil, the Easter vigil, so that the light of Christ appears in the darkness. So as God called light in the darkness in Genesis 1, then chapter 1 verse 2 said, let there be light, and there was light. In the same way, we read in the Gospels that it was darkness, and Jesus, the new light, crushed the darkness. So this is the first element of the new creation, which is the resurrection, that recalls Genesis. The second element of the first creation is dust. God is pictured or imagined as creating man from the dust of the earth. Jesus, in the new creation, what do we do? What do we see? He went into the tomb and slept in the tomb. So it's like Jesus trying to mix himself or smear himself with the dust of the tomb in order to raise man to a new status. So once we understand these two beautiful elements, darkness and dust, the darkness in Genesis 1:1 and the creation of man with dust in chapter 2, we see that these two elements will recall Easter, the Paschal feast, as a new creation. And if the first creation lasted 6 days with the divine rest on the 7th day, then the new Easter, the new creation, which is Easter celebrated as the new life, the new creation, must also last 7 days. I hope this explanation helps the first question, why Easter is celebrated the first week as an octave. So every day of these 8 days is celebrated as the first day, the Resurrection Sunday. Let's not forget this. I think now we can look at the second question. And for me, with the second question, I want to explain something that God placed onto my mind today.